Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing a little commentary video to get my thoughts on something that I kind of have a problem with in this game. Um, Real quick, I'm going to address the gameplay. I know that it's going to be stuttering. Um, I don't know how to fix that personally. I don't know if it's because my computer's not good enough to record this game. It only happens on this game. I still don't know how to fix it. I looked up tips on how to fix it, and I changed the memory usage or whatever. That didn't do anything. So I'm sorry about that. But the gameplay isn't too relevant, although you'll pretty much get the gist of why I put it in the background. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it about the gameplay. Not going to be talking about too much besides the gun that I'm using. And I guess I should explain that the gameplay is dropkick. It's the semi-new game mode. Um, it's kind of entertaining. I'm playing on Nuketown, and I do decently well, aside from stupid deaths, some stupid deaths that I get that are my fault. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for the gameplay. We're gonna let this roll. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is the balance of secondaries in this game, because I kind of have a problem with this, and it also leads into another issue that I think has been a problem ever since the beta, personally. I don't know why they went ahead and decided that it was fine with wildcards, but I'll get into that a little bit later. I wanted to quickly mention that the secondaries I'm using are the Akimbo Diamantes, and I think it goes without saying that they're pretty insane. Um, I don't know why we've gone back to Akimbos, because I don't think anyone really missed Akimbos. We didn't have them in BO4, and they brought them back for this game. And I'm pretty much going to be using these until they either nerf them or, I doubt they will. They haven't balanced the game in a while now. They haven't patched it. And I don't know if they will patch it. They haven't fixed a lot of broken stuff in this game, to be honest, but whatever. Um, so let me just explain the problem with this. So normally we'd have a pick 10 system, but that's no longer in this game, so pretty much you get to pick whatever attachments you want. Um, and most attachments in this game are, they have their downsides. I have the best laser sight on my gun. I have the task force barrel. I have extended fast mags, and all these are great, right? They do their job. The problem with them is that nobody usually runs them because they decrease your aim down sights time, they make your recoil shitty, and the problem with that, though, is that none of that matters when you akimbo your weapon. I'm not aiming down my weapon. I don't have to deal with the recoil of my weapon because I'm not aiming down sights. So all those downsides make the gun insane. Not only does it just kill fast in general, you get to fire 6 shots in about a quarter of a second and instantly kill people. But whatever. That's they made the game like that, so that's how I'm gonna set my pistol up. And the thing is that you can do this with all pistols. I just use the DMIs to show that they're really broken. They are really, really powerful. The M1911s are pretty good. Um, they kill pretty quickly. You have to spam them more, obviously. And then the Magnums are also pretty insane. They can two-shot headshot. And, I haven't even really talked about shotguns either. And the shotguns are pretty insane as well, considering you can do a glitch with them where you hold a grenade and you can run at max speed with hip fire. And it's just more cheesy stuff, It's just more insta-kills like that just make COD not as fun. I mean, I know the casuals don't really give a frick about the balance, so, it is what it is, but I don't understand why we've gone back to these, shotguns as secondaries and, bringing Akimbos back. I don't really understand why we've gone backwards. Like BO4, in my opinion, like not the best game, but the balance in that game was like pretty decent. I didn't really complain about weapons too much in that game besides like the strobe light, because that is just ridiculous that they put that in the game. But yeah, it's just I don't know why we've gone back. But back to the secondaries, it blows my mind that these secondaries I use more as primaries basically because they insta kill up close, and it makes me wonder like why would you even want to use the one of the wild cards, Lawbreaker, you know? The perk of Lawbreaker is that you can have overkill and get to pick whatever perks you want, but why would you want to use overkill when you have the best primary in your back pocket, the Akimbo Diamantes, you know? I have no reason to use a submachine gun as overkill or even a submachine gun in general because I don't think the subs are that great in this game besides the 74U and the MP5 personally. Um, it's just I don't see a reason to use that wild card. No one uses danger close. That is probably the worst wild card in the game. It's just you use it when you unlock it, and that's it. It's not very good. And then that basically leaves gunfighter and perk greed. And the comparison to those two is not too close. I mean, you get to use 3 extra perks, or you get to use 3 extra attachments, and the perks are just so valuable in this game. I mean, using Ghosts and Ninja or Spycraft even, and you can pick Flak Jacket and Stun so you don't have to worry about grenades. And you're comparing that to 3 extra attachments. I'm using like the best attachments for my guns anyways. I don't need a laser sight for my AR. I don't really need extended mags for my gun outside of the FFAR. I mean, it has low ammo capacity on that. And it's just I'm not using a sight either on this gun, so that doesn't matter either. I don't really need gunfighter on 99% of my guns most of the time. Um, so I don't understand where the balancing came in with this game. Honestly, I feel that they had to make the game, the custom classes in mind with Warzone, so they didn't use Pick 10 in this game. They went with the Gunsmith because Warzone, these guns were going to get integrated into Warzone somehow. So the balancing just went out the window. They're just like, okay, you can make your classes how you want and just use the most powerful things in this game. And this kind of creates the problem with these secondaries right here. They are insane. They're incredibly good. Like throughout this gameplay, I've probably gotten 20 kills with them. I mean, you can see how fast I'm melting kids with this gun. It's not fair. It really isn't. And they need to fix these. They need to really fix these at some point because these things are broken. They really, really are. I mean, people are complaining about the Diamantes in Warzone, so I assume at some point they'll fix it. But we haven't had a balancing update since December or something, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, real quick, here's what I'm using on these. In that game, I was using muzzle brake, but you don't need that, obviously. That's completely useless. I throw on a suppressor because damage range doesn't really matter with these guns. You're not going to be sniping people with akimbos, but maybe you will because they're insane. Task Force barrel, extra bullet velocity, extra damage. I don't even know if it does anything, but I think it's the best barrel because the downside is that it gets more recoil, but um, you're not aiming. Like I said, best laser sight, 30 round fast mags, because you're going to be spraying a lot with these and you want to reload quickly. So there you go. And it counters the one downside to the Task Force barrel, which is 33% less starting ammo. And then Akimbo. So there you go. Probably going to see people using these more. Most likely. They're really insane. And yeah, like I said, wild cards not very well balanced anymore. I didn't think they were balanced that well to begin with, but it is what it is. This is the game that we got, and I mean, it's what we're gonna have to roll with, maybe for the rest of the game. But you know, it's what they made. They're not gonna fix it. They have their vision set on how they made the game, and this is how we're gonna have to play. But yeah, I hope I got my point across. Hopefully, some people will think about the criticism that I gave this game. Try not to bash it too much, but I think these needed to be addressed because they're insane. Anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.